Hey everybody, it's Hakeem here, back with an update to Naya Midrange, looking at our opening hand. We've got one of each color and 2 ground assaults, which I can't cast because my red and green are on the same source. And then a whole bunch of stuff that I can't cast, so we're going to mulligan there. Here we've got 3 land, Nakadal and a Cultivate and a Storm Breath on the draw, but this is a solid hand, so we're going to keep that. And we're playing against Hibu II, I guess. He starts off with Orjav Gilgate. Maybe it's Ibu, you know, if he's French, which he probably is, judging by the word there. So just going to put a Jungle Shrine into play, the one we just picked up, and get going. So we've got Plains for Nakadal here, and we've got Cultivate to fetch the mountain. So he just he plays a Swamp and passes it again. Not sure I want to play out the Nakadal because he could be playing Dead Weight. I mean, this thing is always going to die to Ulcerate, so I can't be afraid of that. But actually, I think well, if he's playing Dead Weight, he'll have to have it next turn. But if he doesn't, then I just get to play Plains, Cultivate, put a mountain into play, and swing for 3 on the 3rd turn. So yeah, I'm going to take the chance. I mean, if he's playing Dead Weight, he's playing it. I've still got Storm Breath Dragon. You know, he's playing Weight in his deck. I got 2 copies of Ground Assault for whatever nonsense he decides to put on the battlefield. So yeah, I'll take the risk here, and then I'll go. I'll Plains, Cultivate, and swing for 3. Hopefully. And like I said, if he has Ulcerate, there's nothing I can do about it because the biggest that's ever going to get is a 3/3. Inferno Titan's a good pickup. So let's put a Plains into play, make him a 2/2. So what is our mana like? We've got double weight. I need to put a mountain into play, and then I'll just grab a forest, I guess. Yeah. I'll put a mountain into play and grab a forest. Actually, I'll put a mountain into play since I've got a Titan, and I'll actually grab another mountain. I've got all my green mana. No, I'll grab a forest in case I want to cast a triple green spell and ground assault on the same turn. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Alright, so yeah, he went from a 1/1, didn't know he's attacking as a 3/3 on the 3rd turn just for 1 mana. This card is absolutely fantastic in this deck. I love it. So anyway, talking about the updates, what did I do for this deck? So the original deck had a Darksteel Ingot. And I think my son just got in trouble up there. I don't know if you heard that, but if you did, she's on another floor on the other side of the house, so that'll tell you what kind of trouble he's in. So I think I'm going to have to go up there and find out what the hell's going on. So yeah, he plays Lineal Spectre. I'm going to have to discard a card. And I think it's not going to be either one of these guys. I think it may just be a land, unfortunately. You know. I think it may just be a land, you know, probably going to draw more. So yeah, there's a Jungle Shrine. So let's get moving here. Attack for 3. And yeah, I was so kind of worried about what's going on upstairs there. I should have played this and attacked with this, but you know, just kind of I'm scared to go upstairs. I'm afraid I'm going to get stabbed or murdered or something. So he's on 4 mana now. Hopefully he doesn't play another discard. If he does, I'll discard the Ground Assault and go in for Inferno Titan. So let's see what he's doing. He's got Agent of the Fates this time. So I don't know if he could be playing Cloud Shift and Undying Evil in this deck. So that would be not good. But he's attacking. So I think the plan is. I'm just gonna jam an Inferno Titan and see if he's got the Cloud Shift or the Undying Evil. It's either, you know, they would wreck me pretty bad. So I'm gonna try and kill both of his creatures because he can't save them both. But I imagine he's gonna target that Agent of the Fates with something, Undying Evil. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to sacrifice the Nakadal here, and his agent's coming back. So. That kind of sucks. Now I'm sure he's going to untap and trigger it again and force me to sacrifice my Inferno Titan. But I've still got a Storm Breath Dragon, which looks like it's going to be pretty good in this matchup, since he's playing white, obviously. But if he drops Baneslayer, I'd be pretty sad. And he's got Death Touch. I wonder if he's going to attack. If he does, it tells me he's got a Cloud Shift or something. So we'll see. We'll see what he does. I'll put a Visionary out there just as sacrifice fodder and see if he'll activate it in response. Yeah, he's just going to Cloud Shift it right here, which is I think is a smart play, and he gets to take the counter off it, which means if he has Undying Evil in his deck, that he gets to do that again. So that's actually a pretty sweet little interaction there. So I think what I want to do here is draw a card, and also that gives me a little bit of protection from all the sacrificing, and then I want to put a Thokter in play. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, I made a mistake by not casting that Stormbreath Dragon, but I'm absolutely terrified to go upstairs. See See if I'm down to one child. I mean, I'm just being a bit sarcastic there, obviously. Indulgent Tormentor comes into play, so I've got the Ground Assault for that. Excuse me. So that should handle that quite nicely. But we know he's playing. He's going to attack here, but I'm not going to block. You know, I don't want to lose creature. I want to have sacrifice fodder. He's down to 2 cards though. He could have more Cloud Shifts and more Undying. So we'll see if that's what he has. I'm just going to aim for a Ground Assault on the Tormentor. Let's see if he can save it in any way. He's going to put Undying on it, which is fine. So that's going to come back as a 6/4. But now that opens the door for me to get rid of this agent, which I will absolutely do, because I want that off the table more than anything. And I'll swing with my Thoktar. I'll gladly trade there. He's down to 1 card in hand, so. And then I'll put out Visionary as just sacrifice fodder for his Tormentor triggers. So he's just going to take the 5 here and go to 9. I'm going to play Visionary, draw a card. And yeah, let's draw a Arbor Colossus, which is good because I can kill that Tormentor. So he's going to put the Tormentor trigger on the stack. I'm just going to sacrifice a dude. Keep him gone. I'm going to take 6 in the air. He plays Phyrexian Rager, so he's going to lose 1 life and draw 1 card. And he's got 2 cards in his hand. He's on 8 life, and now he's playing a Wall of Omens. So he's got a bit of defense on the ground now. Wonder if he's going to swing with his... and he's just emptying his hand out. Wonder if he's going to swing with his Tormentor. Yeah, he's going to bring me down to 9. But I'm gonna jam the Stormbreath this time, and I'm going to come at him. He's going to be forced to block. Or do I just Colossus? I think I swing with Tormentor, or with Thoktar, and I think I jam Colossus in the way. If he doesn't deal with it, then I can kill the Tormentor when I untap. So 5 is a lot to take. That's a lot to take. You know, if I were him, I'd probably just sack the Wall of Omens here. Pretty disappointed though that I didn't cast that Stormbreath earlier. That's kind of weighing on my mind here now. But anyway, we got a 6/6 in play. 6/6 reach against his 6 power flyer. I'll trade those off in a heartbeat, and I'll just sacrifice a Visionary here. Sacrifice a Visionary, and yeah, if he doesn't come on in, then I can just kill it. Unless he's got a Cloud Shift, I guess. He's playing Phyrexian Rager, so he's digging for something. He's going to go down to 7 here. But no, he just plays land, so let's see if he comes in. He is coming in. So I'm actually gonna trade that off rather than go down to 3. Absolutely gonna do that. So let's see if he's. Oh well, how many mana do I have? So I'm gonna save that actually because he could have instant speed life gain in a black-white deck. So I'm gonna drop Stormbreath on the field, and this will represent lethal. If he'll probably double block the. He'll probably double block the Thoktar. That's my guess. But we'll see. We'll see if he taps out and plays that last card. Banefire for 2 might even kill him. No, he's double blocking here. Does he have Undying Evil? Cloud Shift or something? No, he's just going down to 3 with an empty board, and I've got a Banefire in hand, so it's going to take an awful lot of life gain for him to kill me. Suffer the Pass right now is X equals 7. That wouldn't kill me. He's playing a Runescar Demon, but that's not going to matter because he's only got one mana open, and this seals the deal. So Banefire is a new addition. So what I did, Vengevine went out, and Craterhoof Behemoth came in. I don't really like 4 drops in this deck. I'm down to just the 2 Ogre Battle Drivers now. The deck wants to cultivate on turn 3 and skip to all its 5 drops because it's got a whack of 5 drops. And Vengevine was just in there because, you know, it was a really efficient creature. So let's look at, send it right to your face there. Eboo. Yeah, it was just an efficient creature, but Craterhoof, this deck ramps and gets a lot of mana, and with the lack of removal in the deck, it had a tendency to stall some mid-range mirror boards, and Craterhoof just bust those wide open. 8 mana is not a stretch there. So yeah, I still managed to win that game despite some that serious misplay with not attacking with the Stormbreath Dragon, and you know, possibly some other misplays that I missed because I was too focused on being an idiot and playing that tap land there on the 5th turn. But anyway, you know, still came out with a W. It's a small solace. So let's look at the deck. There was a Darksteel Ingot in the list initially because I thought the deck needed an extra Cultivate effect. Turns out that the deck flooded out more often than anything. So I cut it back out. So we're down to 24 lands and 4 Cultivates as mana sources. So in the ingot slot, what I initially did was I added a second Genesis Hydra. I went up to 2 copies of this. But then the expansion dropped, and I really wanted to jam Craterhoof in here. And since he's 8 mana, I cut back the Genesis Hydra to 1. And the Vengevine slot, Vengevine came out again because Craterhoof has haste and breaks the board open. I also added a single Banefire because, again, the deck was flooding out a bit and getting to 10 plus mana pretty consistently. So Banefire is a great game finisher, and it also doubles as an extra piece of removal alongside Ground Assault. And so now I've got 4 pieces of removal with Ground Assault. I've got two monstrosity abilities on my 2 Arbor Colossuses, Colossoi, whatever you want, and I've also got the Inferno Titan. So the deck has a little bit more interactivity to it now, and yeah, it's got Craterhoof at the top to break through those mid-range board stalls, and no Darksteel Ingots. So mana base hasn't changed. Still got 4 and 4 enablers for the knockout, 5 forests, and same assortment of lands. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.